Oh boy, it pains me to make this. Yes, you read the title of this video correctly. It pains me to make this video because I was hoping this game would be flawless. You're probably not shocked to see a video with this title. My previous experience with this game was back when I was about maybe 6 or 7, probably 8, so almost 20 years ago, but I played Budokai Tenkaichi 3 on the Wii, so it's a big difference from the PlayStation. I've played a few other Dragon Ball games like Raging Blast 1 and 2, Burst Limit, a little bit of Xenoverse, just to name a couple. But after about the first week, maybe week and a half, I clocked in about 65 hours on the game. And it's not that I didn't have a life. I was just off work for about a week. PTO, baby. Don't judge me, all right? I haven't been this excited for a game to drop ever in my life. I've been personally kind of waiting on this game for about 15 years, hoping that they will make another one. Because if you know, nowadays, the price to get them on eBay goes up to maybe $300, maybe $400. I'm not paying that ticket. Now, keep in mind, this is my personal list. If you disagree or think that I said something that might be dumb, let me know in the comments. But remember, I said I came from playing the Wii, and I was also 7. I never knew how intricate the controls could be. So I might be slightly biased coming into this, but just bear with me. At number 1, we have obscured vision. When you charge your ki and you have that big glow around your body, you can't see your opponent on the other side of you if they're in front of you. So they have to move around for you to be able to actually see them. And then when you send your opponent flying across the map from a punch or a kick, whatever, and they run into a structure, like a building or those big rock little mountains in the rocky field area, they leave a cloud of debris, just that smoke stuff, and you can't really see through it. Even when during a ki blast, they have that really bold, thick, explosive smoke. I think it's slightly annoying, just slightly annoying. Number 2, I feel as though the computer is so much better than actual people. It's been times where I've fought the computer in an episode battle or something, or just to warm up, and they will sidestep in the middle of a combo. I don't know how they just know that they can do these certain things at certain times. It's timing isn't a problem for the computer because it knows what to do. It already has those commands built in, kind of, Yeah, I've seen them sidestep in the middle of a combo, while getting hit. And then when you do those vanish counters where you keep going behind your opponent over and over and over again, and just to send them across the map, it's when I do that against a computer, I can't seem to do it more than 2, maybe 3 times in a row. But when you're going against your friends or someone online, you can do that up to 20, 30 times in a row. And it's really weird. It's really weird. It's the computer has an advantage when it comes to certain stuff like that. Number 3. This isn't too big of a deal, I guess. And I'm not sure if you could do it in Budokai Tenkaichi 3. But if my memory serves me right, then I remember being able to do your fusions regardless of what transformation your character was at. So even if you had Super Saiyan 2 Goku and a base Vegeta, I'm pretty sure they would power down or something just to do the fusion. That's just how I remember it. I think that they can fix it. I don't think I have to power down, then do the fusion just to fuse. I think it's a bit much. Number 4, some of the controls feel unresponsive or delayed. In the middle of a fight, I'll do a Kamehameha or something, right? And then he won't do it then and there, but a second or 2 later, he finally does it. I don't know if anyone else has felt that issue or not. Hopefully it's not just me. Also, side note, when I use the analog stick in the menu and stuff, it seems extremely sensitive. I'll try to go up and down, but it always goes left and right for some reason. Sometimes when you're fighting somebody and you try to vanish behind them, it seems unresponsive at times. It seems like it doesn't work all the time. I don't know why, but I know a lot of this game is about timing. I don't know. Sometimes these controls, they don't seem like they work how they should. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm trash. Or sometimes I'll try to like sidestep to the side, like literally to the side, but he'll rush forward anyway, and that'll get me like caught in another combo accidentally. So yeah, if any of you guys have that problem as well, just let me know in the comment section. 5, the game does a poor job of telling you about the game. I'm pretty sure everybody kind of knows this now, but during the tutorial, it teaches you maybe like 20% of the controls. Like, it doesn't teach you everything you need to know about the game. And it's not even just like the controls for fighting. During the episode battles in the story mode, like, it doesn't tell you it doesn't always tell you every condition that needs to be met to start the what if battles, you know? So, like, I'm pretty sure there's a mission in Vegeta's episode battles where he has to fight Kid Trunks, and I think he says something like, you can't land a hit on me. I think it was one of those fights. And in the fight, you have to take extremely little damage for the what if to activate in the next fight after. It's really complicated. But so much of this stuff you have to YouTube or Google to figure it out, and that shouldn't be a thing. We shouldn't have to Google tutorials for the game. And it also doesn't teach you how to get like dragonballz. Like, it doesn't tell you how to acquire them. I know at first I was really curious as to how I would get the super dragonballz. For me to get the super dragonballz, I had to finish the last what if section for Trunks. Actually, it was for Trunks, where he does the tournament of power with everybody, but he couldn't use his sword, which is besides the point. That doesn't matter. When I finished that, it gave me all the super dragonballz. I was like, what? So that was really cool to find out. Number 6, giant characters. Now here's the thing about giant characters, okay? Everybody kind of complains about them. Everybody talks about how hard the Grade 8 Vegeta mission was. I thought it was really easy. I think I might have had to retry it like maybe one more time, but it was not hard at all. In my opinion, it wasn't that hard. At the same time, I think that the giant characters have a decent disadvantage. I think they have a decent disadvantage. One day, I was fighting my mans, and I had the big Janemba before he transformed into the one with the sword. And, you know, I'm hitting them, and after like 3 hits or so, the combo would just stop working. So, like, it's like they're so big, or the other people that we're fighting are so small, that they start to lose tracking, kinda. It's like they lose track of where their opponent is, and they automatically get out of the combo without having to do any defensive controls. So I think that puts I think that puts the giant characters at a bigger disadvantage. Even though I see how people talk about how broken they are, I don't think they're that hard to beat. But that's just my opinion. Number 7. Now, this is a bit of a double-edged sword. I don't like how many defensive controls there are, but at the same time, it is nice to know that you have all these options to get out of a combo. Unless you're in back shots, which it is insane. Us as a community accepted the term back shots so willingly. No one second guessed it. No one was like, hey, yo, that's kind of crazy. We were just like, oh, yeah, them back shots. Everybody was like, all right, cool. That's insane. But, hey, good on us, I guess. You have the revenge counter, super counter, perception, sonic sway, vanishing. Like, there's and I'm pretty sure I probably missed a couple. Obviously, like I said, it's nice to have all these options to get out of a combo. It's just really annoying that, and even sidestepping is a great one. It's just annoying that there's so many ways for someone to get out of your own combo. Because it's like, yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I get to get off of your combo with all these options, but you don't want them to do it. But it is refreshing to have all these options. It's nice to have these options, because some people just have like maybe just a block, or maybe they have like a block and like some sort of counter, like Mortal Kombat. That's all they have, block and counters. So it's a decent change of pace, and it does seem like it might get kind of overwhelming for someone just starting out. But after I think about a week of playing, I think they'll get used to it. Number 8. This is probably one of the most important ones to me. It feels like there's so many characters missing. Like, you could have Bulma and Chi-Chi in the game. They got Hercule, and he's trash. They got Yajirobe, even though it's a slight difference with Yajirobe, right? Of course, it's a little different. But, like, Bulma is the smartest person on the planet. Her moves could just be like her inventions and stuff, even if she didn't actually make them. Like, her ultimate could be, getting in the time machine, going to get future Trunks and bringing him back and having him deal with that shit, right? Like, there's so many avenues they could go with this. Chi-Chi could go get Goku or Goten or Gohan and have them just jump whoever, she's fighting. Do it for them. And if I'm not mistaken, I never watched original Dragon Ball, but I'm pretty sure Chi-Chi was in the World Tournament, so I think she got hands to a certain degree. And then you got people like, I think Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, I think he was in Budokai Tenkaichi 3. I know he was in Raging Blast, but that would be such a great thing to have. They had Super Saiyan 3 Broly. They're missing Tarble, Vegeta's little brother. Super 17, Nova and Ice Shinron, Pecan, King Vegeta, Supreme Kai. Like, there's a decent amount of people that we really could have in the game that I would love to use. But we get, Frieza soldiers, so that's cool, I guess, right? His pick rate has to be mad low. Number 9. Skill points and ki are, in a way, too important. Now, I'll be honest, it's really hard for me to figure out how to word that to make it, not sound crazy or dumb. But, like, the fact that a revenge counter takes 2 bars of, or it takes 2 skill points, I think that's a bit much. I think it could take 1, honestly. And then when you're further away from somebody and you just start to move forward, you're just regularly flying or walking towards them, I guess. And then it'll make you start flying faster with like that I call it like a small dragon rush, and it starts taking away your ki, and you don't even want to do that. Like, I want to move at the regular speed where it's not taking my ki. Or when you're moving forward and you press X or A to like rush at them a little bit, that takes ki. I don't think that should take ki. That's just basic movement. I get it for transformations, I kind of get it. But to come back to the unresponsive controls and stuff, I don't know if this happens to anybody else, but I find that the revenge counter does not work. It does not work properly. Something's wrong. I don't know if it's a bug. I've never once actually clicked the right control stick to do a revenge counter. I've never done it, but for some reason, it always does it anyways. And then not only that, after one revenge counter is done, like, this happens to me and my friend and people online. They'll just keep revenge countering over and over and over again until you only have like 1 or 0 skill bars left. And you're not even pressing the button to revenge counter. Like, I'll press square to hit them and it'll still do a revenge counter. Or I'll like try to sidestep revenge counter. And I don't know what's wrong, but it's so fucking annoying. Number 10. Even though the game is, of course, supposed to be unbalanced, Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku has this move, I think it's right trigger and triangle, where he'll just rush at you, and it's like instantly. It's an instantaneous, like, teleportation almost. Like, somebody did it to me through an entire structure. Like, a structure that you can't go through. Like, not like a building, or like, like a small little rock fixture. On Planet Namek, destroyed Planet Namek, where you have that middle part, you can't just rush through that. You can't. But he teleported through it in my face, and I didn't even bother blocking because I didn't think he would have the ability to go through the mountain. But he can. You fucking teleport, and it's obnoxious. You have like a split second of a window to react to it, or you have to get lucky and, you know, maybe like sidestep right before it, or already be blocking. He shouldn't move at the speed of light. Number 11, bugs in the game. Now, of course, I just talked about one with the whole revenge counter thing, but there's also situations where my character will not move. I was charging my key, and then I hit the pause button while still charging my key, and I came out of the pause menu, and my character would not move. One time, I got hit with a Kamehameha, and for whatever reason, after I got hit, I could not move. I for sure blocked that, though. Like, I think... And it's not letting me... Bro, and it's not letting me do shit. What is this? What is this? The game just doesn't let me do shit. Even though you can't move, the only way to get out of that situation is to switch people. And then if you just switch or just transform, then you gotta wait even longer and you can't do anything. Either that or you have to get hit. That has to stop. And then one time, I think I was fighting in an episode battle, and whoever I was fighting got stuck between these two rocks in the rocky island. If I was online, I would have felt bad. But luckily it was against the computer. I almost thought that the character just disappeared at first. And I guess this isn't much of a bug, but maybe just a little bit of an exploit. One time I went sparking online in a ranked match, and I'm not gonna lie, if this happened to me, I for sure I probably would have rage quit. Number 12. When you do one of those attacks where you where you use key to do it, so you hold the right trigger and then use a certain move where they rush at you to start their attack. It's been times where your character will just rush right past them. Like, they're not blocking, they didn't sidestep, they didn't vanish, nothing. But they just go right past you for some reason. It's really weird, really annoying. Number 13, the fact that you can't back out of a game when it just says you're waiting for a connection. Now, these last couple are about the people that are playing in the game. Number 14. Now, everyone's got to agree on this. The people that just like hold perception or just spam circle or B like the whole match, you guys are the worst. You guys are the lowest of the low. You guys need to uninstall the game. Just holding perception is obnoxious. Knock it off. 15. Yajirobe and this whole Sensubin thing, and the androids that can like just steal your health and key or key. I haven't used the androids. I don't use them. Now, of course, with the androids, you just have to, do a grab attack, which for some people is pretty damn easy. Some people, not so much, I guess. I don't know. Some people will just spam that the entire match. And then you got, of course, they patched it already, but the whole Yajirobe Sensubin thing, like, yeah, that shouldn't have been a thing. That's insane. To be fair, I never went against anybody doing the Yajirobe Sensubin exploit. So, I mean, just the fact that it was a thing is out of pocket. And last but not least, 16. Now, this isn't about people that play the game. This is going back to the game and probably my most annoying thing. Bulma needs to shut the fuck up. I swear, when you're in the shop and you buying stuff, she says like the same 3 lines over and over again. Talking about, oh, I wish my husband takes me shopping more. You the richest woman on the planet. Take yourself shopping. What does she need Vegeta to do for her? Nothing. Like, here's an example of her just being straight obnoxious.
I know. Decisions. I get it. You just want it all, don't you? Well, did you find something you want? Wish my husband would take me shopping a little more often. You won't see what it is every day, trust me. Wish my husband would take me shopping a little more often. Wish my husband would take me shopping a little more often.
Nobody wants to hear that shit.
This was my first time making a video like this. If you like the video, like the video. If you really like it, you might as well go ahead and subscribe. It's free. I do want to say that I do still love this game. Nothing's perfect other than Black Ops 2. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Peace.